Hi everyone, it's Jodi and I am here to show you some fun tips and tricks for using the Terrific Toadstools bundle as well as the Toadstools Garden designer paper. So first of all, let's take a look at this stamp set. It's a photopolymer set. It's got these mushroom pieces on here, some greetings, and then it's got this punch. The punch is, little reflection there. A punch is part of the bundle. So it's not dies, it's a punch. It's not the most obvious punch to use, and so I want to give you some tips for that. And then this is available to order. It is part of our mini catalog. And then this Toadstool Gardens designer paper is one of the free options during our celebration promotion. So I'm just flipping through so you can see the different patterns. There's 48 sheets in this package of free designer paper, some really cute patterns and some fun color combinations. So that is what I am using to show you this card. So first of all, there's a little bit of a different fold on the card. So I just am using the usual 8.5 by 5.5. You fold it in half, but then I cut off the strip over here on the edge. And what I'm going to do is attach some designer paper right to the front flap of that card. So this, I'm going to go ahead and set like this. Just kind of line it up along the edge there. So our front panel on the card has this cute patterned paper. And then this piece here, I'm going to use a strip, same piece. I'm just going to flip it over for a little bit of contrast. So that is our very first step is, let's see, I'll set it this way, line up the edges, and flatten that out. Okay, now the fun part starts. So I want to stamp some of these mushroom pieces. I've got a strip of basic white cardstock. Even though on the punch they're lined up, the images here right on top of one another, I find it easier to use a strip. So I'm going to start with the bigger piece and Melon Mambo ink. I just re-inked the pad, so I hope it's not too full right now. Sometimes when you re-ink, it loses just a little bit of the detail of the stamp. Nope, that's good. Because it's like a little too juicy. So I should have done it a while ago and let it soak in, but I just did it. So there is one. And then I'm gonna just scoot it down a little bit. And this one is Poppy Parade. So we've got Melon Mambo and Poppy Parade. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the punch in to show you these. Now, I always hold the punch upside down so I can see right where I'm going. So here's the issue. If it's upside down, that means I just need to flip my paper so that it is also upside down. And then I can just slide it right in here, line it up, and give it a squeeze to pop it out. Now I'm going to do the second one, which is more in the middle of the punch. And so again, this is why I like a strip as opposed to using like a bigger piece like this and stamping all of the pieces, because then if I came over here and it was a longer piece, I would be punching these other parts out and I don't need them for anything. And so it just saves on cardstock a little bit when I stamp on the strip of basic white instead of like a square piece. So I've got these parts, and now I want to show you how I did a little trick with the stem. So I am going to stamp this. I'm going to do it 2 times. So I'll do 1 and 2. I can't wait to show you this trick. All right. Oh, and it's not even on. So now you can see it. I stamped it twice. Okay. Let's see here. So now I'm going to pull my punch back in and slide it all the way down there to the bottom, pop out one, and then the other. Okay, so the most obvious thing would be to simply take the two pieces and, attach the stem part on there, and they would just be, side by side on our card. Okay, so cute enough. What I'm going to do is just show you a little trick. First, we're going to use this circle. So I die cut the circle. There's a little bit of stitching around the edge. Not sure if, I think you could see it even with the patterned paper. So we're going to build this piece and then we'll add it onto the card front. So what I'm going to do first is go ahead and just kind of set the tops here in place just to kind of get a feel. I want the wood grain to be vertical. If I have that piece there, maybe set this one down here a little bit more. I want them at different levels. So we're going to have to come up with something creative in order to get those stems to work, because there's one stem image. There aren't two different lengths of the stem. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that down, stick this piece down. They'll be real tight to one another here. And now I'll go ahead and attach the stem. I maybe should have grabbed a different adhesive. Sometimes it's hard. That actually worked all right. A liquid glue or a glue dot or something would have worked just fine on that smaller piece of cardstock. So I'm just going to set this on here. Everything's looking good so far, right? Except now I've got this and that, and that I'm not sure really is the look I want. Let's set that aside for a minute, come back to it, see how we can make it work. This is just a little strip of basic white, and I'm going to take one of the greetings with Granny Apple Green, and this says, "You are magical." So maybe you have a magical friend or just someone you look up to and you want to just tell them they're magical. So got that. I'm going to add a little bit of interest to this layer just by notching the ends, going up in the center, and then in from each corner. I'll do that on both ends. And then I want to add this to the card, like right across the bottom. So I'm going to pull this down just a little bit again. So I kind of want this to set on here, but the problem is now the stem looks goofy, right? This one kind of looks like it's floating, and that's just a little odd. So what I'm going to do is just the easiest thing, and just play a little trick on your eyes here. I'm going to take my scissors and just cut it into two pieces. Really simple. Cut it into two pieces. So I'm going to take the top part, the thinner part, put a little bit of adhesive on that, and just place it right here at the top. And then I've got this piece, right? We wanted to have it go across like that. So all I need to do now is add this little tiny piece at the bottom, and it totally looks like a different size. Excited to play with this. So I'm just going to scoot it up the tiniest bit like that, and then just adhesive across the back of this, and we'll be ready to build this card. I'm going to scoot it just a little bit there. Okay, isn't that fun? It totally changed the whole look of the stem just by cutting that little bit off and spreading it out. And you'd never know because this goes over the top. Now I want to add this to the front, but remember this flap opens. So it's important that I just set it on this side. So I'm going to only put adhesive on this half of the circle, right? So I'm kind of with my finger. It goes to about there, so I want to make sure that that's all over on this side. If I put adhesive over here, it would stick shut, and I don't want that. So that is what I have for you today. I just wanted to show you how to use the punch, the toadstool, what's it called again? Terrific Toadstools. I wanted to show how to use this punch because it's not as obvious. And then just that little trick with extending the stem and totally changing the look of the card. So that is what I have for you today. Let me know if you learned something new. I appreciate you watching. Have a great day.